Heaven does without doing, through its purity. Earth does without doing, through its calmness. Feet, what do I need them for, if I have wings to fly? Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. You not only are hunted by others, you unknowingly hunt yourself. If at first you don't succeed, remove all evidence you ever tried. Become braver, stronger, wiser, kinder, and you will become better. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. You ask me if I keep a notebook to record my great ideas. I've only ever had one. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. If your life is worth thinking about, it is worth writing about. People ought to fight to keep their law as to defend the city's walls. I think there is only one quality worse than hardness of heart, then that is softness of head. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. At times, even a 90% compatibility rate ends in a breakup. Rewards for good service should not be deferred a single day. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. Patience and improvement is the key to opening the door to progress. From a certain point onward, there's no longer any turning back. No other success can compensate for failure in the home. If you know both yourself and your enemy, you can win 100 battles without a single loss. Generally in war, the best policy is to take a state intact. To ruin it is inferior to this. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. I do not believe in taking the right decision. I take a decision and make it right. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. The fruit of empty hopes is more bitter than the saddest truth. Creativity is intelligence having fun. If fate doesn't make you laugh, you just don't get the joke. Winning isn't enough. The acme of all skill is to defeat your enemy before taking the field. Better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. Having the life of your dreams is simple. Make conscious choices. If freedom is short of weapons, we must compensate with willpower. Remember, man does not live on bread alone. Sometimes he needs a little buttering up. Thinking something does not make it true. Wanting something does not make it real. When envoys are sent with compliments in their mouths, it is a sign that the enemy wishes for a truce. He who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not will be victorious. Do not fear the thorns in your path, for they draw only corrupt blood. What is important is not what you hear said, it's what you observe. Our moral economy went bankrupt long before our financial one. Grace isn't a little prayer you chant before receiving a meal. It's a way to live. Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose. The best knowledge is knowing yourself and your inner being. Be patient when becoming someone you haven't been before. Everything that is done in this world is done by hope. You can't understand where someone's going unless you understand where they've been. When people try to bury you, remind yourself you are a seed. If a craftsman wants to do good work, he must first sharpen his tools. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. This place has only 3 exits, sir: madness and death. We cannot change the cards we are dealt, just how we play the hand. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. No crime is a means to an end. No crime can be rationalized. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. It's not the men in your life that matters. It's the life in your men. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. A real scientist solves problems, not wails that they are unsolvable. Convictions are more dangerous foes of truth than lies. People who belittle people will belittle people and will accomplish very little. People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. Your words start to lose value when your actions don't match. We need to be fit and ready for anything that might come our way. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Earth's crammed with heaven, but only he who sees takes off his shoes. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Don't react, cut them off silently. You must take life the way it comes at you and make the best of it. Whatever you believe with feeling becomes your reality. A superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Just because it's fiction doesn't mean it's any less true. He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. Notice the difference between being in control and needing control. I am not good at noticing when I'm happy, except in retrospect. Faster, faster, until the thrill of speed overcomes the fear of death. Those who are willing to be vulnerable move among mysteries. I don't paint dreams or nightmares. I paint my own reality. If you're treated like a puppet, find a new ball of string. If you're waiting until you feel talented enough to make it, you'll never make it. There are 2 ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. Hearts can't be broken because they're made of marzipan. Fes est ab host docere. One should learn even from one's enemies. Your life is a reflection of your thoughts. Think well. All I do is lie, and that has made me immune to compliments. You endure what is unbearable, and you bear it. That is all. Staying in the past won't help you move on to your future. We are good to others only because we think that that is or will be good for us. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. If you can't enjoy what you have, you can't enjoy more of it. As long as you can use your hands, the world is your oyster. Tongues in trees, books in running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything. Follow your heart, then root its longing with the facts. Remember that you are only alive now. This is the only moment you have. Embrace it. Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. He who requires much from himself and little from others will keep himself from being the object of resentment. Do not let the roles you play in life make you forget who you are. There's nothing you can't do if you want it bad enough. There are not more than 5 primary colors, yet in combination they produce more hues than can ever be seen. We may be small and we may be young, but we will shake the world for our beliefs.